Listen, I absolutely love that from Mark Few. Highlights courtesy of the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, and Jalen Suggs, he's got it right. He's got that magical aura, and he's going to do something special with the basketball, something special without the basketball. Every single time he's on the floor, his court savvy, his defense, that block at the end of regulation, keeping it in bounds, threading the needle on that pass. It was poetic. It was special. He is a magical, cerebral ball player who I think when it's all said and done is going to go number one in the draft. A lot of conversation about Cunningham. I mean, Suggs to me, we'll see who gets that pick, but that's the kind of guy you want. He's going to have a long, sustained career of domination and greatness. And I agree with what Wally Zerbiak said earlier in the show, and the CBS Sports superstar joined us live on China on Sports. Drew Timmy is going to be unstoppable tonight. And he's the difference maker in the front court going up against Baylor. And that's a big advantage Gonzaga has in the game. But I always believe the best player on the floor is Suggs. And it's amazing when you look at the genius of Gonzaga. There's no ego. Suggs can dominate a game scoring 8 or 28 or anywhere in between. But I think the best player on the floor tonight will be Suggs. I think Timmy will have the most points. I think he will make the biggest impact overall in terms of points scored. I think this game is going to be highly contested. It's going to be fun, but the better team will distance itself. And you look at Gonzaga, they have this unbelievable knack of winning games by double digits. 29 of their 31 have been by double digits, and I think we'll see it again because this is a historically legendary team. Alex in Miami, our good friend. Next, Schein on Sports.
Adam, how you doing, bud?
What's up, Alex? Always a pleasure. What's cooking?
Hey, let me give you before I break down the game really quickly, I want to give you my top 5 shots of all time.
Give it to me.
And it starts with Jordan with the shot to basically win it all.
You talking about the Utah shot?
No. I'm talking about in college, North Carolina. When he hit the shot.
Okay. I thought you were talking about
Jordan
to win it all. I'm like, well, hold on for a second. Yep,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Then NC State, the putback, Valvano going crazy.
Yep.
Then I've got number 3. I got the Leitner shot. I've been going back and forth to the top 3, but I got the Leitner shot at number 3. I got number 2 Jenkins shot to win it all, and then I got 1 is Suggs shot on Saturday. Just like you said, how hard of a shot that is. No timeout, just going down the court and hitting it and winning it all. But I was going back and forth with the Jenkins and the Suggs shot. Those are my top 5, I think. But Adam, with the game on tonight, I see it's going to be a great game. 1 versus 2. Couldn't ask for more. For Baylor, if they play their defense at the way they've been playing defense, and if they hit their threes, it'll be a close game. I think that, like you said, Timmy's the key factor here. I think they got to make them play defense and get them in foul trouble like UCLA did. Easier said than done, but I think you have to focus your defense on Timmy. Suggs will get his, but I think the key factor here is Timmy and Kispert. So if those 2 guys, you can more or less hold them down, then Baylor has a shot to win it all.
But with that said, I just think it's going to be impossible to hold them down. That they haven't been held down ever.
Right. No, and that's
I don't know. I know how amazing that Baylor defense is, and
right.
Baylor's been a top 3 team all year. It's been Gonzaga, Michigan, Baylor. And let's not eliminate Michigan from this conversation and consideration, but right. But I'm talking about during the course of the year, Alex.
Yeah.
Baylor was obviously the number 2 team in the AP poll preseason. Baylor's now the number 2 team in the country in terms of ranking the seeds as the NCAA did after Selection Sunday. Baylor's worthy of this, but I just think it's been, the whole Gonzaga or the field. What have I said all year? Give me Gonzaga.
Yeah. No, and we'll see how Butler and Mitchell do. I mean, if they start hitting threes, Adam, this is going to be a very competitive game, I believe. And I just hope we have UCLA Gonzaga Part 2. I mean,
how great
wouldn't
would
that be just great? And let me tell you, there's one shot that would have taken all of them out if Hayward would have hit that half-court shot to beat Duke.
Oh, my goodness.
And let me tell you, Jim Nance has called these games so beautifully. Just from the Jenkins shot to the Suggs shot, nobody better, huh, Adam? I mean,
Jim is so fantastic and so breathtaking. And, this is always the fun week for Jim Nance, going right from the Final Four to the championship game and then to the Masters to Augusta. Oh, you're 100% right. Jim Nance, he's Jim Nance. He's the greatest. And to listen to his voice capture these big moments, it's so special. So well said, Alex. Appreciate that. Alex in California, our good friend. Next on Sports.
Hey, Adam, first-time caller, long-time listener. Thank you for taking my call.
Great to catch up with you, Alex, and great to hear your voice, and welcome to the family.
It's good to be here. I want to talk about this UCLA team. I have a little bit of a personal connection with this team, with some of the players. If you recall, in 2017, this team had some controversy in China where a few of their players
I remember it well. Sure.
So, I was living and working in China at the time, and my company was involved with helping, these guys after the whole situation was kind of resolved, get out of Hangzhou and get out of China. And so, I got to meet Cody Riley and Jalen Hill, and I got to talk to them and tell them, hey, look, you know what? Sometimes you make mistakes, but it's how you bounce back from those mistakes that really matters. And to see him and this team, there's a ambulance. To see him, get to this point and see this team do the things that they've done, go blow for blow with the best team in the country, the wire-to-wire number one, and almost beat them, to lose to a prayer. Oh, it's so heartbreaking, but man, so excited for this UCLA team. Go Bruins. Wow.
Listen, Alex, I think your perspective there is great. I mean, the truth was so great. I thought you were going to get arrested in the background right there, but great first-time telephone call. And great job going back to what happened overseas and what happened with Lonzo. And, listen, Mick Cronin is a gem, and he has changed the culture, the accountability, and you are 100% correct. I loved it. And I love what you're saying, and I love what you're saying about how this is going to help recruit Los Angeles and win, and what a tremendous, tremendous telephone call. Great. Listen, if you're a UCLA fan, losing always stings, right? You never want to lose a game like that. You should do nothing today. The UCLA fans who flooded our phone lines have been great. You hold your head up high. I mean, that is a tremendous season. Beat great teams, great coaches, and then you go pound for pound, lose an all-timer to Gonzaga. A lot of positives. Albert in Alabama, our good friend. Next on Sports.
Yeah, Adam, I was going to keep my trap shut, but you kept twisting the knife in my Boston Red Sox, your Boston Red Sox, our Boston Red Sox.
Hold on. Let me do some quick math, Albert. Hold on. Let's see. Friday didn't win a game. Saturday didn't win a game. Sunday didn't win a game. Wait, so let me do some math here. 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals, what's the number, Albert? What's the number?
Adam, in the 16-year in the 16-year glorious year history of Schein on Sports, I mean, you don't have to pick every piece of fruit off of the low-hanging branch. I mean, mission accomplished. You've successfully stomped on the little sisters of the poor, a.k.a. my Red Sox. I mean, yeah, they stink, man. But seriously, you made a good point about about the Orioles. I'm glad you gave them some love. I think that's ridiculous, a 0%. But listen, let's be fair. What about Boone losing that game? That opening day loss falls on his shoulders, man. I mean, you can't put a bunt on. I mean, at least my manager could put on a bunt or a hit and run. What do you got to say to that?
Well, you're talking about not bunting in the 10th to get the runner to third base?
Well, for crying out loud, of course. I mean, what do they do in spring training? I mean, come on. They practice that, right? I guess apparently the Yankees don't. Everything's launch angle and, swing for the fences and all that horse shit. All right, man.
Albert, all fired up today. I love it. Listen, loyal listener, 16 glorious years, big Red Sox fan, still wants to curse at the Yankees. I mean, hey, it's the beauty of the greatest rivalry in the history of baseball. It's got everyone all fired up. Jeff in Atlanta, our good friends. Next, Shot on Sports.
Oh, Mr. Schein, you know who's also fired up?
Who?
Big Stick Nick Castellanos of the Reds.
Oh, yeah, the old Big Stick Nick. Love it.
Big Stick Nick hits a bomb in the opening game. They lose. Comes back, hits, they drill him in the ribs with a fastball. He gets on base. He's at third base. The ball gets away, slides in, scores a run. The pitcher knees him in the back, so he pulls a little Hulk Hogan, gets fired up, and then Molina goes after him, and Castellanos gets thrown out of the game. What's going on?
Listen, I love the energy here. I love the back and forth with the Reds and the Cardinals over the weekend. I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved the energy. Listen, anytime there is real hate, I'm on board. And I think so many times we have seen examples where you don't have real hate and you have, some people might think, well, that's an innocuous rivalry with the Cardinals and the Reds. You know this. That's a rivalry that's been going back years, decades. So to see that in vogue in 2021, I think that's absolutely positively awesome. I love that. I love that you've been on hold and you were foaming at the mouth about that, because if you love sports, if you love baseball, that was cool over the weekend. More of your outstanding telephone calls. Plus, we will get the results of the Schein Box question. The ending to UCLA Gonzaga was. Poll question, which shot was more iconic, Leitner or Suggs? We'll get those results. I can't wait to hear them right after Mr. Hurricane of the Mad Dog Sports Radio Sports Fight.